Hi, this is Shaumya Sarkar from Wealth Redefine. Today I will be talking about a very important investment behavior which I have observed with so many investors which we have created real wealth. Most of the investors who have created big amount of wealth for themselves only through SIPs or only through a small amount of lump sum and everything, they are actually a very boring investors. I have recently encountered with a lot of young investors who are very moving towards different asset class. Sometimes they're doing crypto, sometimes they're doing into direct stock, sometimes they're going for penny stock, sometimes they go for mutual fund. They're finding that mutual fund to this mutual fund and everything. But let me tell you, the people who have created real wealth are the people who stayed with that investment for a very long period of time. So when you are staying for a very long period of time, it actually becomes your boring one. But boring means less emotion and more discipline. When you control your emotion, stay with that particular investment for a very long time, then you start generating the return in compounding. People usually miss on the compounding. They come to the mutual funds, come to the stocks and all those things for a compounding effect, but they actually do not actually get the compounding effect. Compounding effect got by them who stayed, who did not change their portfolio very frequently. And the portfolio size, if I talk about, it's phenomenal for them. So when you are investing your money, please remember that you not to very fast moving investor like from one to another to one and this like this, then probably you will gain in some years, but definitely you will going to lose in some years. So that is going to be very decent. So these investors are very disciplined and sober investors. Number two point which I'd like to mention is that a lot of young investors are now into a FOMO effect, fear of missing out. I think it is a very uh, abnormal things to do because you cannot miss out in the investment for just for a 1 or 2 years or 1 or 2 months. You need to be there for a long period of time, need to be remain invested, need to be disciplined, and then you will create the real wealth. If you have seen create wealth created by Warren Buffett, Rakesh Jhunjhunwala, or any big investor, they have created over the period of time. Warren Buffett is holding the Coca-Cola stocks for last 50 years. So people usually missing out on those things. They only think that if they hold it for 2 days or 3 days, they will make money. But real life experience says that very few people actually have made money by changing the stocks. It's probably 0.001% of the total investor community. It is probably a tiny amount that have actually made money through changing the funds or changing the stocks. And fortunately, they have been into the good stocks at every point of time. That is the reason they made it. Otherwise, you should not get into the FOMO effect where it says that, okay, I will if I miss one rally, doesn't matter, I will get another rally also. Boring means real wealth. If you don't change your portfolio frequently, if you have been taking a proper advice, keep your risk profile up to date, keep your funds continuing without having much changes, you can create a huge wealth which you never even thought of. That is very important for you. Final thought is that if you remain invested, remain boring, if you remain uh, not very frequent changer, I think you are destined to become rich. People who change very frequently in career, in portfolios, they actually miss out on the best part of it. I will just tell you in this thing with a very small story which is known to everyone. The Narayan Murthy's driver even made crores of money, because when at the time of IPO, when Narayan Murthy gave his driver some shares, he did not sell it. He continued to be there. That is the reason he made crores of rupees and actually made fortune not only from himself but also for his next generations to come. That is the way actually the wealth has been made. Thank you for watching the video. If you like it, you may subscribe to the channel, but please make sure, please do not do any investment based on this video. You should talk to your financial advisor before making any investment decision. Thank you for watching.